US economy is moving towards a stormy recession. Elon Musk economy crisis last warning. Are you worried about the possibility of an absolute horrible recession in the following year? Have you been worried about the possibility of an extended recession in the US? Even the most famous entrepreneur across the globe, Elon Musk, is expressing concern and predicting a downturn that could last up to 18 months. With the Federal Reserve's interest rates at an all-time high and the yield curve inverted, Musk warns that the economic downturn could be worse than expected. So, this one can be actually interesting to listen to. Hello, and welcome to today's video about the US economy and the possibility of a recession. If you've been following the news lately, you may have heard that Elon Musk, also CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, has recently warned that the US is headed for a recession in 2023. In an episode of the All In podcast, released on December 24, Musk stated that we can expect stormy times for the next year to a year and a half, and that the severity of the recession is not yet clear but could rival the downturn in 2009 following the collapse of the housing bubble. In a tweet on December 9th, Musk warned that if the Fed raises rates again during their meeting this week, the recession will be greatly amplified. He agrees with star investor Cathie Wood, who asserts that a continued rise in rates will cause deflation, a risk that Musk also warned about in September. Musk has been sounding the alarm about the possibility of a recession in recent weeks, and has blamed the Federal Reserve's interest rate hikes for increasing the risk of a downturn. In response to rapid inflation, the Fed has raised rates from almost zero in March to over 4% today, and has signaled that they could peak above 5% next year. While higher rates can help relieve upward pressure on prices by discouraging spending, borrowing, and hiring, they can also pull down asset prices, erode corporate profits, and cause the economy to shrink. Despite these concerns, Musk has advised investors to proceed cautiously and conserve cash by avoiding debt and taking fewer risks. He has also recommended setting aside some cash and making prudent bets without using borrowed money. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, he said. Don't get too adventurous. From a cash standpoint, keep powder dry. Musk has also warned against using margin debt, stating that if there is a mass panic in the stock market, it is important to be careful about borrowed money. In addition to predicting a recession that could last up to 18 months, Musk has also recently suggested that the downturn could extend even further. In a tweet from October of this year, he stated that he thinks the recession will last until spring of 2024. This longer timeline for the recession may cause even more concern among investors and the general public, as a prolonged downturn can have a significant impact on the economy and people's lives. Musk's warning about deflation is not to be taken lightly, as the consequences of deflation can be devastating for the economy. When prices fall, it can lead to a decrease in demand and spending, which can then lead to lower production and employment. This creates a vicious cycle of declining economic activity. In addition to Musk's concerns about a recession, there are also investor worries about declining demand for electric vehicles. On Thursday, Tesla stocks plunged 9% after the company started offering deep discounts of $7,500 to US consumers. This has fueled investor concerns about softening demand as the economy slows. Musk also commented on the potential impact of the economy on the housing and automotive markets, stating that he thinks there is going to be some macro drama that's higher than people currently think, and that homes and cars will be disproportionately impacted by economic conditions. But despite the concerns about deflation and a possible recession, it's important to keep perspective and not panic. While the warning from Elon Musk should be taken seriously, it's not uncommon for financial experts to have differing opinions and forecasts. It's always a good idea to stay informed and be prepared for potential economic challenges. But it's also important to remember that the government and financial institutions have strategies in place to address economic downturns and work to stabilize the economy. So, what can we take away from all of this? It's understandable to be concerned about the possibility of a prolonged recession in the United States, especially with warnings from the billionaire himself, Elon Musk. However, it's also important to keep perspective and not panic. While the warning from Elon Musk should be taken seriously, it's not uncommon for financial experts to have differing opinions and forecasts. It's always a good idea to stay informed and be prepared for potential economic challenges. But it's also important to remember that the government and financial institutions have strategies in place to address economic downturns and work to stabilize the economy. And with that, we conclude today's video. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you found this information helpful. Stay safe and stay informed.